Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about how to add pages to your website. Most websites aren't just one main page. They usually have additional content. And so there's a couple different ways that you can add content to your website. So you notice here I'm on the home page, and that is where I have my main page here. And I can go ahead and add additional pages just by clicking on this button right here. And so my new page might be something that I want to give more information about. So for your GMS portfolio, one of your pages is going to be a sandbox where you can play around with other things, other tools, and kind of add your own activities. And so when I add that, you'll notice now that I have my home page here and that I'm going to have the sandbox right next to it. The other thing that I can do is using these two dots right next to homepage, I can actually create a subpage underneath my homepage, or I can rename my homepage. So let's say for my sandbox, I want to do that. I want to rename this page. And instead of sandbox, I want to call it my activities. And now that I've renamed that page, that's going to be one page that I have, but I also want to create a sub page underneath it. So maybe I'm in soccer and I want a whole page about my soccer activities. So I can create that sub page right under my activities. And if I wanted to create another sub page, maybe another activity that I am in is baseball. And so I want to create that. Maybe another activity is music. So I'm going to create a music subpage. So now up here, you'll see that I have my activities, and underneath each of my activities, I have soccer, baseball, and music. Also, if I set up a page like my homepage, and I really like the way that the layout is of that homepage, I can duplicate that page. So I can duplicate that page to be something else, and maybe this is my classes. And then what happens is on my classes page, which is going to be created next to it, I have the exact same layout. So if I like that layout and I just want to change the content out within that, I can. If I created that page and I say to myself, oh, I don't really like that, I can delete that page. Or if I decide, gosh, I want my activities and then my classes, I can just drop and drag those, and I can rearrange the way that those look across the top here. I can also go over to the left-hand side and I can change it from top navigation to side navigation. So if I prefer to have my menu on the left-hand side, I don't want anything across the top, I can change it to a side navigation. And then you can see that there's where my sub pages appear. I'm going to go back though to the top navigation, and I'm going to show you again that if I decided I didn't like this page, I can go ahead and I can remove that page from the site. So anything that you create, if you make a mistake, you can always kind of play around with that. Then once I go into each of these sites, I'm ready to start building that site. Same with my main page. I can go to more of a banner or a title. I can play around with the images, and then I can go over here and I can start inserting content. So once you understand the basics of Google Sites, how to choose a theme, how to insert content, and how to create pages, the world is your oyster. You can create tons of sites with a lot of unique content, and you can share that content with the world. And in the last video, I'm going to review how to publish your site to be able to share it with other people.